With 5 minutes left, and the score 0-1, the rain-soaked field mirrored their desperation.
Another loss. After all these matches, we need something no one else has seen.
The phone buzzed. Message from an unknown sender. Left back overcommits. Attack the right wing with overlaps. Cross low.
Shift right. Overlap the fullback. They're weak on that side.
The ball swung wide. A cross whipped in, and the striker powered a header into the net. Equalizer.
It actually worked. That message was exactly what we needed.
2 minutes later, a stolen ball and a lightning counterattack. The striker curled a shot past the diving keeper. The impossible comeback was complete. Amid the celebrations, Yamato couldn't shake the question. Far from the stadium, the school library sat silent. A single figure remained, bathed in the blue glow of a tablet.
They did it. They actually used the tactics.
The next day, the victory replay looped in Yamato's head. That anonymous message had turned a hopeless defeat into a miracle. He had to know who sent it.
Akira, I need your help. Trace the IP address from that email. There must be some digital trail.
Tracing an IP, it's not impossible, but it could be a dead end. I'll try, Captain.
Meanwhile, the school library was a quiet world entirely apart. Tomoko Hayashi moved through the stacks, her large glasses and braids making her practically invisible.
Nobody looks at me twice. That's just how I need it.
After the final student left, the library fell into shadow. Tomoko locked the main doors and retreated to a forgotten corner.
The opponent's fullback drifts too central. If we overload the flank, the space opens up, exactly as the playbook says. Brother's playbook always had the answer. This is for you, Takashi.
Yamato, I pinpointed it. The origin is the school library. That's all I've got.
Yamato felt a chill. The library. Tonight, he would find whoever was hiding there. That same night, while the school lay dark and empty, Yamato and Akira slipped through the library's side door, the air thick with the scent of old paper and tension.
The back terminal, where all those emails originated.
A faint blue glow pulsed from the furthest corner, illuminating floating dust motes. They crept toward it, each step a countdown.
Just one more adjustment to the wingback's positioning, and the gap opens right where we need it. Takashi, we're close.
A floorboard groaned behind her. Tomoko's fingers froze above the keyboard.
Who's there?
It was you, the anonymous coach, the mind behind every win.
How did he... No, he can't know the rest. I can't let him see the playbook.
You're the reason we're winning. But why? Why hide all this?
The captain had uncovered his phantom strategist. But the deeper secret, the promise that had fueled her every night, still lay hidden behind those fearful eyes.
Stop. Just tell me why. You're a librarian, a girl, and yet you're out thinking professional coaches.
Tomoko's hands found the worn leather of the playbook. A tear slipped beneath her glasses.
My brother, Takashi Hayashi. He was this team's captain.
3 years ago, Takashi was the heart of the team, number 10, unbeaten in the prefecture. He dreamed of nationals.
But he died in an accident before the qualifiers. I couldn't let them forget.
The old captain's sister. She's been carrying this alone?
She opened the playbook. Every page was covered in her neat handwriting. Adjustments, counters, player tendencies. Takashi's legacy, refined.
I get it now. Every email was her way of keeping him on the field. I won't expose you, but the team deserves to know who's been guiding them.
No, please. I'm not ready for them to see me yet.
The next afternoon, Yamato summoned the team to the locker room. The air was thick with confusion.
I found the person behind the emails. Someone none of you would ever guess.
Who? A former pro? Show us this mystery genius, Captain.
Tomoko Hayashi, the assistant librarian. She's been studying Takashi Hayashi's old playbooks.
The librarian? The girl with braids and glasses? You're putting our season in her hands.
Her brother was our former captain. She's kept his memory alive by making us win.
So the great Yamato is a puppet of a dead man's sister. I didn't sign up for this circus.
Without her analysis, we'd have lost every recent match. I'm asking for your trust.
Reluctant murmurs of agreement. They would let her continue, but only through the emails. For now.
This librarian is a threat. She's stealing my influence. I'll find a way to take her down.
The anonymous emails continued, each one razor sharp. Tomoko spent her nights dissecting opponents, her playbook margins crammed with ink. On the field, the team became unrecognizable, every movement synchronized to an unseen conductor. Goal after goal, their record climbed. The rumors of a phantom coach only made Rio's stomach churn.
Every victory is a step closer to my exile. That mousy librarian is poisoning my team.
He started tailing Yamato after training, his phone's audio recorder always running.
Honestly, without Tomoko's mind, we'd be nothing. I just follow her lead at this point.
Got it. I just follow her lead. A few snips, and the whole school will eat him alive.
That night, he sliced the recording, isolated the words, and layered them over a mocking intro. The doctored file made it sound as if Yamato had surrendered his authority willingly to a hidden puppeteer.
Tomorrow, the whole school will see how the mighty captain is just a puppet. Then we'll see who's irrelevant.
By morning, the doctored recording had spread across every school chat. Phones buzzed with the clip. The post was captioned, "Yamato Tanaka, puppet of a hidden librarian. Listen to the proof."
They cut my words, made it sound like I'm just a puppet. How do I fight this?
In the library, Tomoko's tablet lit up with the same post. Her heart stopped.
It's my fault. The whole school is mocking him because of me.
She closed the playbook, deleted the unsent tactics, and shut down the terminal. By lunch, the team had gathered around Yamato in the hallway, eyes full of doubt.
So the mighty captain needs a girl's permission to play? This is a joke, right?
She's the reason we win. Without her, we're nothing. But not because I'm weak.
But the damage was done. Tomoko would send no more emails. The team stood fractured, their strategist gone silent. The next match was a disaster. Without Tomoko's intel, the team moved like strangers. They conceded twice before halftime. The captain's shouts went unheard.
Rio, this has your stench all over it. That recording didn't leak itself.
Back off, Captain. I didn't leak anything. Maybe your librarian girlfriend got cold feet.
Yamato's fist clenched, his arm drawing back, but a heavy hand clamped down.
Enough. Both of you, my office. Now explain what is tearing my team apart.
The strategist was Tomoko Hayashi, Takashi's sister. Someone leaked a recording to destroy her.
Takashi's sister. I remember that boy. He would have hated to see this. Where is she now?
Rio stood silent, his face a mask, but inside he seethed. The coach hadn't blamed him yet, but the net was tightening. Coach Inoue promised to investigate, but the team remained a powder keg. Tomoko was still gone, and trust had evaporated. 3 days passed. Tomoko hadn't left the library. The terminal stayed dark.
If I send another message, they'll just mock him more. I should disappear. Brother, I can't do this alone. They hate me. I'm not like you.
Then a rustle, a slip of paper pushed under the library door. The note read, "Takashi's sister, I believe in you. We need your fire." No name, just a crooked soccer ball doodle.
Someone outside the team still believes in what we built.
She stumbled to the back corner, to the dusty box she hadn't opened in years.
Takashi's jersey? I promised I'd never wear it unless I could honor him right. No more hiding. Tomorrow, I'll walk onto that field myself.
The librarian who never raised her voice before had chosen her stand. The team wouldn't know what hit them. The next afternoon, the practice field fell silent as Tomoko Hayashi stepped through the gate, dressed in her brother's number 10 jersey. Playbook clutched to her chest.
She actually came, just like her brother would have.
I'm not hiding anymore. I'll coach you myself, from this field, in this jersey.
You think a jersey makes you a coach? This is a team, not your brother's memorial.
I don't need a title. I have his playbook and his promise. Now, let's start with the defensive line.
A few players hesitated. Then Yamato jogged to her side, and one by one, the others followed.
Fullbacks pinch in when their winger cuts wide. Yamato, you drop to cover the pivot?
The drill clicked. Passes connected. Spaces closed. For the first time in days, the field felt alive.
She's actually turning them, but a jersey won't protect her from what comes next.
Coach Inoue watched from the distance, arms crossed. The librarian had done the impossible. She had made them believe again. But the real battle was just beginning. 3 straight wins under Tomoko's voice. The team moved as one, her playbook, their new scripture.
Every victory rubbed salt in. They don't even glance my way now.
Rio stood apart during drills, once vice captain, now a ghost in his own squad.
If I can't lead, then her perfect plan will shatter.
The night before the league match, Rio crept into the dark locker room. One clipboard sat on the bench, Tomoko's final tactics. He erased the wingback's coverage, inverted the defensive line, penciled a trap.
Now let her see what happens when the gaps open exactly where the enemy wants.
Morning came. The team huddled around that clipboard, trusting the numbers. Tomoko's heart was light. She had no clue her playbook had been poisoned. The crucial match whistle was hours away. The real wound was already drawn in ink. The whistle blew. For 10 minutes, they pressed high, just as the clipboard instructed. But the gaps yawned open, right where the notes had promised cover. Opponents flooded through. A cross, a header, and the ball thundered into the net. 1-0.
No, this isn't right. The wingback was supposed to pinch. My notes said the opposite. Yamato, the formation, someone changed it. The fullback is overloading the wrong side.
The damage was already done. The final whistle blew while their defense lay in ruins. In the locker room, Tomoko spread the clipboard across the bench. Her own writing had been overwritten.
This isn't my handwriting. Someone used my board to set a trap.
Fingers pointed wildly. Mine, his, anyone. But the ink told a different story than the mouths in the room. The loss gutted them, but the betrayal inside their ranks was the real poison. And whoever held the pen was still hiding. Yamato lifted the clipboard to the light. The altered pen strokes were heavier, the slant unmistakably someone else's.
The crossbar on the 7. Rio always writes it like that. I've seen it in his class notes.
Reo, you sabotaged us. Admit it.
How do you know it was the flank? The original plan had us covering the center. You just described the exact vulnerability the altered note exploited.
Rio, is this true? Did you tamper with the tactics?
You all worship that bookworm while I'm cast aside. Yes, I changed it. Someone had to prove she's not a miracle worker.
You're benched indefinitely. Get out of my sight.
From now on, Tomoko is our strategist. Anyone who doubts says it now or trusts her completely.
One by one, they stepped forward, hands extended. For the first time, Tomoko stood at the center of her team, accepted. Rio's locker was emptied that night. Tomoko kept the playbook close, but now it was a shield, not a secret. The team had found its true voice. Every dawn for weeks, the team ran until their lungs burned. Tomoko joined every sprint, her brother's jersey now soaked in sweat.
If I can't keep up, how can I ask them to?
Breathe, Tomoko. You've trained your mind for years. Your body just needs to catch up.
Far from the pitch, Ryo lingered in the shadows of the stands, his fists clenched. Nights belonged to the playbook again. Tomoko pored over opponent footage, her tablet the only light in the dark library.
You've done enough tonight. The team needs you fresh for tomorrow.
The huddle after each session grew tighter. Hands clasped, voices steady, a team forged in fire and a brother's memory.
Nationals start in 3 days. We've bled together. Trust the girl who has your backs.
The final whistle of their last training match blew in a downpour. They had won, but Tomoko knew the real storm was ahead.
Takashi, I'll carry us to the final. I swear.
The national tournament banner stretched across the packed stadium. Tomoko's heart hammered as the team walked onto the pitch. The first 2 rounds were clinical. Tomoko's playbook shredded opponents. They advanced without conceding. The quarterfinal was different. A seeded powerhouse stood between them and the semis. In the 70th minute, Yamato went down hard after a sliding challenge. He rose slowly, jaw clenched, and waved off the trainer.
That's not a simple knock. But if he pulls out now, we break.
Somehow they held on. A late counterattack gave them the winning goal. They hobbled into the semifinals.
Just one more match. I can't let them see this.
Yamato, your ankle. It was more than a knock, wasn't it?
I'm fine. We need me. Don't worry.
Tomoko saw the lie but stayed silent. The semifinals loomed, and their captain's secret grew heavier by the hour. The semifinal kicked off under a harsh sun. Yamato ran with a visible limp but positioned himself where Tomoko's adjusted tactics demanded.
I shifted the formation to protect his side, but every sprint is a gamble.
A clumsy challenge sent him tumbling. He rose even slower this time, jaw locked tight.
I can finish this. Just give me the ball.
Despite the pain, he threaded a pass that split the defense, creating the breakthrough goal. The goal brought relief, not healing. With 2 minutes left, he could no longer hide his crumbling. As the final whistle confirmed their place in the championship, their captain lay on the turf, unable to stand.
He gave everything. Now what's left of us?
The team physician examined the swollen ankle and shook his head. The verdict was final. Yamato was ruled out of the final. The team's spine was gone. Tomoko's shoulders sank, then squared. That evening, Tomoko walked alone to the graveyard, the playbook tucked under her arm like a sacred promise.
Takashi, I'm in the final. Yamato carried us this far, but now it's my turn. I'll win for both of you.
She reached into her bag and pulled out a faded captain's armband, the one he wore in their last match.
I promised I'd never wear this unless I could honor you. Tomorrow, I'll lead them onto the pitch.
When she returned to the team's meeting room, the players looked up, some with doubt, others with hope.
I know I'm not your captain, but I'm the one who knows these tactics best. Let me stand where my brother stood. I'll call every play. I'll take every risk. We've been through too much to fall now.
One by one, they rose. No vote was needed. Their feet answered. When Tomoko walked toward the stadium tunnel, the armband tight on her sleeve, the team followed in formation.
Brother, just a little longer. I'll make sure the whole stadium hears your name.
The final kicked off under a sky that promised nothing. From the first whistle, they were pinned back, scrambling without their captain. Without Yamato's voice, the defensive line drifted. A through ball split them, and the striker slotted low. 1-0. Before they could breathe, a corner found an unmarked head. The net bulged again. 2-0, and the stadium fell silent. The halftime whistle was a mercy. The players trudged into the tunnel, heads bowed, the weight of the score pressing down.
Dig in. One goal, and we're back in this. Are you going to let them walk over you?
But his words bounced off slumped shoulders. The fire was gone. Even Yamato, leaning on crutches, looked hollow.
They've given everything for this dream. I can't let it end like this.
Then, in the quiet, Tomoko rose. The armband on her sleeve caught the dim light. A few players lifted their heads. The room went still.
Now, I have to make them believe.
Tomoko walked to the sideline, grabbed the PA microphone, and peeled off her jacket, revealing the number 10 jersey and faded armband.
3 years ago, my brother Takashi Hayashi was the captain of this school. He died before he could stand here. I'm the one who sent those emails. Every tactic, every formation, it was me, studying his playbook every night so his dream wouldn't die. They called me a puppet master, humiliated our captain, tried to break us. But I'm still standing, because a promise doesn't end when it gets hard.
Her voice cracked through the stadium speakers. Raw and unpolished, the entire arena held its breath.
We're down 2 goals, but this team has survived worse. My brother wore this jersey with pride, and we're going to honor him out there.
She's really going to turn this stadium. I knew her brother was a legend, but she's the miracle.
Then the stands erupted, not with polite applause, but a roar that shook the concrete. They were chanting a name they'd just learned.
Now, let's show them what a team with a promise can do.
The team sprinted back onto the field, chests out, eyes blazing. The second half was no longer a game, it was a vow. The second half was a siege. Tomoko stood rigid on the sideline, playbook open, voice cutting through the roar like a blade. The crowd had become a tempest.
Wingback, push higher. Their left back is tiring, overlap now.
A lightning counter, a cutback, and the striker smashed the ball low into the corner. 1-0, and the stadium erupted.
We're alive. One more and they'll crumble. I can feel it.
From a corner, the center back rose higher than anyone and powered a header into the far post. The net bulged, tied. The crowd, so silent before, shook with noise.
They tied it. She's actually doing it. Takashi's sister is rewriting history.
They'll switch to a back three. Compact the middle. Strike on the counter. Now!
In the dying seconds, Tomoko spotted it, the opponents pushing a defender forward. She screamed for the counter. A long clearance, a flick-on header, and the winger volleyed past the frozen keeper. The stadium exploded. Pandemonium. The whistle hadn't even blown. The bench cleared. Yamato hobbled onto the pitch, crutches abandoned, and knelt beside her, his own eyes wet with relief.
You did it, Tomoko. Takashi would be proud. You carried his name to the top, right where it belongs.
The stadium announcer's voice boomed across the field, recounting Tomoko's journey. The emails, the betrayal, the brother's jersey. A hush fell, then a crescendo of respect. The trophy arrived. Teammates hoisted Tomoko onto their shoulders, the golden cup raised high.
This is for you, Takashi. The whole world knows your name now.
In the emptying stands, Ryo sat alone, hands covering his face, his sabotage crushing him. As the crowd thinned, he made his way to the pitch edge where Tomoko and Yamato stood.
I was wrong. I tried to destroy you because I was jealous. I'm sorry.
You nearly broke us. But without that fire, I might never have found my voice.
Thank her. She's the reason we're here, but you're not part of this team anymore.
Ryo nodded, pale, and turned away. The team closed ranks around Tomoko, a fortress no envy could breach. That night, the trophy rested in the library window, next to Takashi's photo, a promise kept. Days later, the school library was unrecognizable. Banners, team photos, and thank you notes plastered every wall. Tomoko reshelved books as always, but now heads turned when she passed.
I used to hide here. Now they leave notes for me.
Yamato appeared at the library door, walking without crutches for the first time in weeks.
Coach says the team wants to keep your playbook in the trophy cabinet. It's earned a place.
I'd like that. But I still need a copy for next season.
They shared a quiet smile, the kind that didn't need words. Later, when the school was silent again, Tomoko stood by the window where the trophy caught moonlight.
We did it, brother. Your dream is alive in them now.
She touched the glass of the photo frame, the jersey now framed beside it. The quiet librarian had become the heart of the team, not by shedding her braids or glasses, but by proving that a promise, kept in silence, can shake the world.